Hey YouTube, it's Dee Dee, and this is Love and Hip Hop ATL Ho episode 3. It's 4 a.m. and my lover won't answer. Probably somewhere without an answer. But nah, he ain't nowhere with no dancer. He getting on my nerves though. But it's 4 a.m. and I just got back from vacation, so my time is kind of off. I'm not really tired. What is that? I'm not really tired, so I decided to do a review. Love and Hip Hop episode 2. So it starts off, and basically Jocelyn is talking to Mr. Ain't Shit himself, Stevie J. And this scene just irked my life. Because first of all, Stevie J, you are a fucking father of a little girl. How dare you disrespect women the way that you do? You are disgusting. The way you speak to these women is horrible. And I would have fucking sliced your fucking Adam's apple by now. And that's word. And I don't even speak like this. But by now, I would have did something. Lorena Bobbitt would have rung a bell to you by now. Like, something would have happened to you. Like, for real. I wouldn't have killed you because you need to suffer, boo-boo. Me and you would have had a pound by now. Like, me and you wouldn't want me no more. And I wouldn't want your ass no more. Because by now, something would have happened. I'd have fucking took a fucking crowbar and fucking slit that shit and popped you in your Adam's apple. Something by now. Like, I done did something because you are so disrespectful. How you talk to these women is beyond me. And they both probably still fucking you. And that's the most disgusting way about it. You have a fucking daughter. And how dare you disrespect and belittle women the way that you do on national fucking television and have a daughter. You teaching your daughter that it's okay for a man to talk to her any type of way. You teaching your daughter that she don't have to have respect for herself. And me as a fucking mother, you are disrespecting yourself on national TV, and you're letting your daughter know that it's okay to be a weak ass bitch and to have a man disrespect her. It's ridiculous. Ain't nobody worried about this little girl this whole fucking show. We done seen all the jump balls, but we ain't seen your daughter not once. Where is your daughter at? Why ain't you worried about your child? You ain't talking about her. You're not worried about her. This show is Stevie J and Mimi are two of the most dumbest parents alive. Jocelyn is talking about 50% of fucking what? Jocelyn, you get 50% when you're the fuck married. I understand you ain't from this fucking country. You ain't been to no fucking American classes because obviously you ain't a fucking citizen because you ain't learned how to fucking speak English yet. But girl, you ain't get 50%. You ain't married to him. You want child support. Try to get that. What are you talking about? But I understand what you meant. Whatever. We move on to Miss Rashida. I told you since last fucking episode that Rashida is a spoiled brat. Rashida is so spoiled and it's so retarded because it's like, girl, do you understand that we're working on your project? Not no one else's project, mommy. Your project. You. Rashida. We're working on your project, mom. Like, you understand that if you show up to a fucking video shoot that you're 3 hours late to your video shoot and you have to pay extra money out of your pocket, mommy, you are going independent. If I recollect, independent means that you are using your own money to go about your dreams. You're chasing a dream with your own money. So you should be trying to do the most money conscious plan that you can. And showing up 3 or 4 hours late to your own video shoot is stupid. Girl, did you say, what is it, $300 or $400? It wouldn't matter to me if it was 50 cents. If I could save 50 cents, I'm going to save it. Are you serious? That marriage is going to be done because both of them can't agree because she's doing way too much. And she wants somebody to kiss her ass when we're working towards Rashida's career. Not nobody else's. So we go and we're with Scrappy goes to see Mama D. And I am so excited because Mama D is on this show. And Mama D opens her door looking like the pimp that she is. Straight gangster mistress. What up, so? She opened her door, and Scrappy looks like a mama's boy. He's so excited to see his mom, and she's so excited to see him, and I'm just like, oh, oh. And they talk about how Erica is still not giving him affection, and I'm just thinking, like, what is he talking about? Is he talking about, does she not tell him that she loves him? Does she not have sex with him? Or they not intimate? Like, what is it that he means? But it doesn't even really matter, because all of that is some bullshit. I mean, okay, I understand that she can still be mad at the fact that he left her for another woman, but it's kind of like, yo, either you gonna forgive or forget. Like, me, I couldn't do it, but at the same time, if you decide to do it, that's you. But you can't keep bringing up the same thing. Like, you don't have to forget what he did, but you should forgive him if you're going to take him back. I mean, you can't keep bringing the same bullshit. Truth be told, he should spend the rest of his life, if you want to be with you, trying to make it up to you, honestly, the pain that he put you through. But if you want to be with him, you can't keep bringing that shit up. And it's like, you got to get over it. So, yeah, that's basically what to talk about. Erica is seeing the error of her ways, obviously, because she sets up this dinner, and I'm not sorry, because I'm not even sure if they eat dinner. I just see the sex part. She's in this lingerie, she on these red hooker pumps, these knee-high stockings that are, you know, whore stockings, and she ready with her lingerie on. He comes through, his rose petals is candles, and he's not used to it. He's like, she's a good as hell, and he's like me. It's crazy because you can't see my eyes and I smile. He can't see his eyes and he smiles either. But it's really funny. He's so freaking excited, and he's like, she never did this for me. And they talk, and she's like, take his socks off, and I'm like, girl, take his socks off, take his shirt off, because he be pumping iron. I was trying to see that. So she takes his socks off, she's massaging his feet, and I'm like, this he wasn't crusty, but I was do feet. I was like, well, to you, do that, girl. They having a good time. Scrappy brings up the fact that he's still moving out, and he found the place, and it's like, boy, she massaging your feet, why you bring it up? But it didn't really mess up the mood. They just had a good time. They kissing, and I'm like, I see her little lingerie set, and I'm like, look at that body, girl, look at that body. Then K. Michelle goes to see Brian Michael Cox, and it's like, oh, get it. Brian Michael Cox is a good, great producer, and he's basically telling her that she has a second chance and that she should use it, and people don't usually get second chances. And basically, like, okay, you just having that jive and understand your story, but you need to get past it, and you need to let your work speak for you, basically. She goes and she has, I don't know if it's a listening party, it's something. And when I say that I love K. Michelle, I said that from day one. I love the shit out of K. Michelle. How many times, like, my favorite song, and she can sing her ass off. And I just downloaded Bury My Heart. The song is seriously beautiful. She can sing her ass off. At this fucking party or whatever it is, Miss Carly Rae takes it upon herself to be like, Mimi, I know we at this party, right? You chilling. But that's the bitch that fucked your man. Like, Carly. Really, Carly. Really, Carly. Like, I really don't like her. Like, Carly, for real. She just so messy. It's ridiculous. She, so now Mimi's mad. She's giving the same face. She's looking at Stevie J. Stevie J is the fuck tipped. One fucking tip. Like, word. One tip. He's at the table, and he's like, what? Like, we done had a basketball game. Calm down. And he's like, goes over the table. He's like, why Mimi giving me this look? So him now I'm gonna go see. He like, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. And what's funny is my dude would do stuff like that when he gets drunk. Like, bird. So he was like, give me a kiss. And Mimi like, nah, I'll see you later, homie. But if that was me, I would be like, yo, sit the fuck, sit your ass down, you embarrassing me. Word. But she was just like, nah, I'll see you later, whatever. Like, girl, you dumb. So he walks away, and Erica's like mimicking him. Mind you, Erica really did not know who he was, and she was mimicking him. CBJ comes back and totally disrespects Erica. He's like, bitch, blah blah blah, like all this shit for no reason. And Mimi just sitting there. If that was me, I would have been then choked him the fuck out and dragged him out of that motherfucking club. Who are you disrespecting in here? Don't embarrass me and disrespect no woman in front of me. So, yeah. Um, Erica goes back and tells Scrappy, and Scrappy's like, I'm gonna put the paws on him. Like, what? Scrappy. I'll put the paws on him. He said, I'm bad. I've been at the box all day. I'm bad. Now I'm bad. Like, Scrappy, let him know, Scrappy. Scrappy ready to beat that ass. I fucked with Scrappy. He's a true man. He's taking up for his woman's baby mom, mother of his child. So I respect him. He's a real man. Like, Stevie J's a bitch. Like, he's fucking bitch. So then Miss Jocelyn, she goes and she talks to her friend, and I'm like, okay, girl, you're not a trainee, but you have like this gay, flamboyant ass best friend, and it's not doing nothing to help you, girl. It ain't doing nothing. And they having this talk about this pregnancy, and they're talking about she was talking, they were talking about Mimi like she was a side chick. I'm starting to think Mimi a side chick now. It's like, she got a baby by him too, girl. Like, what the fuck? And then he's like, you should go talk to Mimi and everything. And she basically Jocelyn tells her story. And to be totally honest with you, I start to see like why Jocelyn is the way that she is. And I think that Stevie J is doing all this and using her because he knows her story. And no, it's like the same story I hear a lot. And it's the same story you read in books about this girl who ran away because, you know, her family had a lot of kids. They probably were like immigrants, and she probably, you know, never know what happens to her, and she ran away and she ended up in a strip club. To be totally honest with you, I feel bad, but at the same time, I had a hard life. I mean, I had things that happened to me in my life, and I didn't run to a strip club. That is not the only way you can any answers. Is not the way. So I do feel bad, but then I was like, okay, you didn't have to run to a strip club. It's a lot of women out here who do what they gotta do and don't become strippers and don't become whores and not think other women men. So I don't know, but I do get what she's going through. So basically, she talks to Mimi, and it's like, Mimi, what are you talking about? Like, ain't nobody actually said you worry about who she's sleeping with. You need to be worried about why your man sleeping with her while she's pregnant. They call Stevie D. Stevie J comes there with the fucking pregnancy test in his pocket. Why is the pregnancy test in your pocket? Boy, Mimi just gets up and leaves because this nigga's going around the fucking bush. Mimi outfit was cute though. Mimi always cute. He talks to Jocelyn. He's basically disrespecting the shit out of her. Like, disrespecting her. Like, I'm gonna take your life back. Like, all this throwing drinks on her, almost about to fight her, is like so disrespectful. And it's to the point where it's so disrespectful. Why are you so mad when you wasn't using a condom with this girl? And you mad? Like, what you mad for? You didn't think that was a possibility for you that she would get pregnant, and you mad as shit now, and you going through all of this. Like, he's so disrespectful. And he's like smiling the whole time while he's disrespecting her, and he just turns my stomach. He just turns my stomach with his beady ass little eyes. He turns my stomach. And Jocelyn is sitting there and she's crying, and she's like, and you give me life, you gonna take it away every time you give me life. Then I don't want that life back. I don't want it. I'm not going back to the gym. Like, I'm not going back. Like, she sounded like so. I was like, oh my god, get her off my screen. She had like snot running down her nose. She was like ew, girl. Like, she was really crying. I'm just like, and then he tells her, but you look cute. That you look nice in that dress, by the way. And I'm like, CBJ, oh, like, I just want to punch him in his fucking throat every time he speaks. Like, he is so very disrespectful. He is just so very disrespectful. The part that I skipped was that K. Michelle said that this bitch goes to Brian Michael Cox. Cardi B goes to Brian Michael Cox and says, you're working with this wrong bitch. How dare you sit in my face and pretend to be my friend and say some shit like that? Oh no, Cardi needs her ass beat. Jocelyn said that last week. And Jocelyn, you big as hell. Why you beat her ass? Big as shit. All Cardi her ass beat. And she said, K. Michelle said she got one deflated ass. I knew that ass was fake. I knew all the bitches in Atlanta got fake asses. I knew they had fake ass. All their ass, but no reason. Cardi knew Cardi had a fake ass. She was giving me too much Nicki Minaj. And not Nicki Minaj before she came out. This new Nicki Minaj. She was giving it to me all that. I knew it was a fake butt. And if her ass she get deflated, she need to get LA Reid son to put it in a new ass. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's show. And that's all, guys. Thank you for watching.